Hey everyone, my name is Blakey and welcome to the European Serato Studio here in Hackney, East London. I've got a very special product to show you today. We've just had a delivery from RANE and they have sent over their brand new RANE ONE controller. Now, this controller unlocks Serato DJ Pro and it features 7.2-inch motorized platters. It also features the same effects paddles that you will find on the RANE 70 and the RANE 72. I've been really looking forward to this. I can't wait to try this controller out. So I'm gonna unbox it, show you everything that's inside, get it connected and show you everything that it can do. Let's do it. So here it is, this is the RANE ONE controller. It looks like we need to install the platters ourselves, so let's do that. So here's the platter. Now this is very much like the RANE 12s. These two white little bobbles here, you need to line them up with the holes just under where the platter goes. There we go. Slip mat goes on, and then right here we have the record that goes on top. Here it is. So again, much like the RANE 12s, what we need to do is we need to find the hole inside the spindle and then line that up with the little lever here. There we go. That's it, perfect. So now let's do the other deck. Slip mat on top, and then here's the record right here. There we go. Inside the box, you also get this. Let's check this out. Okay, so let's take a look at what's in this bag. So we have a USB cable so that you can connect the RANE ONE to Serato DJ Pro. It looks like fader oil to me, so that will be lubricant for the up faders and the crossfader. We have another USB cable in the package. That is because you have two USB outputs on this controller, which means you can connect two laptops running Serato DJ Pro to this controller, perfect for changeovers or back-to-back sets. You also get this flyer asking you to register at rane.com, and this will help you find the latest software builds, user guides, drivers, and more. So I highly recommend doing this to make sure that your RANE ONE controller's firmware is fully up to date. And then of course you have your safety instructions and warranty information in the box. And you also get your user guide. So here it is, this is the brand new RANE ONE controller with 7.2-inch motorized platters. I'll show you those in a second, but the first thing that I notice about this controller is the build quality. It feels solid, it feels solid in the same way as the RANE 12s and the RANE 72 and the RANE 70 feel. It just has that real heavy, well-made feel to it. So let's check out these platters. Now they're very similar to the platters on the RANE 12, just smaller. They're 7.2-inch, and on the back of the controller you have a switch to switch between high torque and low torque. I really like beat juggling, so I always leave mine on high torque. The feel of the record is great. There's not too much friction underneath. It comes with quite a thin slip mat, which I'm sure really helps with that. And the pickup, with the torque on high, the pickup is pretty much instantaneous. It feels great. You have two markers on the controller, one where the needle would traditionally be, and one at 12 o'clock. The reason for this is scratch DJs tend to put their markers on their records either at 12 o'clock or pointing towards the needle. I always leave mine at 12 o'clock, but many DJs have their markers pointing towards the needle. So this little marker here will help you out if that is your preference. Let's talk about the connectivity on this controller. So as I've already mentioned, you have two USBs, USB-A and USB-B. This allows you to plug in two laptops to this controller. So you can go back to back with another DJ, and it's good for changeovers as well. You also have an XLR for the master out, an RCA for master output number 2, and you also have an XLR booth output. This controller also functions as a normal mixer. So there's an RCA input on channel 1 and an RCA input on channel 2. This means you can plug in turntables or media players and use the mixer section to control those. So let's go over the mixer section. So the mixer section is very similar in feel to the RANE 70 and the RANE 72 mixers. These paddles feel exactly the same as the paddles on those mixers, and so do the EQ and filter pots as well. You can also control all 6 of the effects inside Serato from the mixer section here. So effects 1, 2 and 3 will control the effects in the left deck on Serato, and effects 4, 5 and 6 will control the effects in the right deck in Serato. You can actually press multiple effects buttons to turn on up to 6 effects at the same time to create your own layered effects. Let's go over the pad modes on the RANE ONE. So you've got your hot cues, saved loops, rolls, sampler, and slicer. On the RANE ONE, you also have access to the brand new Scratch Bank feature inside Serato DJ Pro. To access this, press the sampler button twice. Now, if you're not familiar with Scratch Bank mode, it's awesome. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to call up your favorite scratch samples from all different tracks in your library and all different hot cue points at the press of a button. So you don't have to go and load in that song and choose the hot cue. You just press a button and any song that you have loaded into a Scratch Bank slot will be called upon from the hot cue that you have chosen.
That was fresh. I'm worth it. Yeah.
There are some other really cool options on this controller that you don't see very often. You also have the ability to needle search through your tracks in Serato using the needle search pad here. So you can use that to get to any point in the track you like, and then you can just start the song from there. You can also use the pitch bend plus and minus buttons when you're in the mix, when you just need to nudge the song to get it locked in time. The RANE ONE also features 2 microphone inputs. The mic inputs are at the rear of the controller, and the controls for both of the mics are on the front of the controller here. Both microphones also feature a 2-band EQ. On the mixer face, you also have a tap button. So if you need to tap in the BPM, you've got it right there. So now I want to go back and talk about the motorized jog wheels. They're 7.2 inches and they feel really, really great. Another huge thing about this controller is it features the Mag 4 crossfader. This is the same fader that is in the RANE 70 and the RANE 72 Mark II. It feels awesome. So that's my take on the brand new RANE ONE controller. Those 7.2 inch motorized platters are awesome. If you're into scratching and beat juggling, I highly recommend you try this thing out. My name's Blakey. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.